Hi guys, it's Dwayne from Yugatech, and today we'll be taking a look at the Xiaomi 14T Pro. This smartphone headlines Xiaomi's latest T-series lineup with highlighted features in its Leica co-engineered optics and Dimensity 9300 Plus chipset. With the promise of a more affordable price point, can the Xiaomi 14T Pro manage to eke enough attention as a flagship contender? Well, we're about to find out. Let's dive right in. Kicking this off, we noticed that the Xiaomi 14T Pro kept most of the design aesthetics from its previous iteration out of the box. Notably though, it has a less subdued camera module at the back. Speaking of, the phone sports glass at the front and back panel with the metal alloy frame. Side note, Xiaomi did not indicate what kind of glass protects the screen at the front. At the back though, we think that the material is needed to support wireless charging for the device, but we'll get to that later. Moving on, we appreciate the effort Xiaomi put into trimming down the device's thickness. Compared to the Xiaomi 13T Pro, it does feel thinner. As for the weight, the Xiaomi 14T Pro is surprisingly heavier by about 3 grams. For those that are curious, the Xiaomi 14T Pro comes in 3 color variants. Viewers can get this in Titan Gray, Titan Blue, and Titan Black. We managed to snag units in Titan Gray and Titan Blue. Preference-wise, I lean more towards the gray variant with how it shimmers upon contact with sunlight. I have to note that the camera module on this phone has been redesigned. All 3 lenses and the LED flash are now housed in a protruding metal frame. This is a notable departure from the glass housing found on its predecessor. For I/O, the power button and volume controls are found on the right side. I like how the power button has a textured surface, making it stand out. Up top, we have the IR blaster, secondary noise-cancelling mic, and what could be an air vent hole. At the bottom, there is a speaker grill, a USB Type-C port, the primary mic, and the SIM card slot. It's also worth noting that the Xiaomi 14T Pro has an IP68 rating for dust and water resistance. Users can submerge this in fresh water with a maximum depth of 1.5 meters for up to 30 minutes. I personally would not do this on a whim though. Overall, we like the design and materials used with the phone. Save for the camera module. It felt plain and didn't feel as eye-catching compared to the Xiaomi 13T Pro. Next, the Xiaomi 14T Pro sports a 6.67-inch AMOLED screen. It also has support for Pro HDR display with a high refresh rate of 144 Hz. Flat glass at the front is surrounded by a sturdy aluminum alloy frame that flows smoothly towards the 3D curved back panel to make for easy and comfortable grips. Safe to say, the design consideration will be greatly appreciated by mobile gamers. Since we're here, I need to run it back just a bit. So, Xiaomi didn't mention display protection or the specific kind that was used for this device, but we do think they're using an older gen protection model, which is most likely Gorilla Glass 5 used with the Xiaomi 13T Pro. But I digress. Alright, sorry for nerding out. Okay, where was I? Okay, so the display quality is great. Users will find rich and vibrant colors, high contrast, and crisp images. It's even good for using outdoors under direct sunlight. For those that prefer it, dark mode is baked into the settings. Plus, there's also a setting for sunlight mode to add more definition under brighter conditions. I also have to mention that the phone's refresh rate is dynamic by default. This means it adjusts based on what the user needs. However, you can manually set it to custom and select a preferred refresh rate like 60 Hz or the cap of 144. If you play games like Real Racing 3, Hill Climb Racing 2, and Subway Surfers, you can definitely benefit from maxing out the refresh rate of the phone. Meanwhile, popular titles like Mobile Legends, PUBG Mobile, and COD Mobile can only handle up to 120 Hz. And for those who play Genshin Impact, it should run smoothly at 60 Hz with the highest settings enabled. For security, users will find a fast, responsive in-display fingerprint sensor. You can also opt to set up facial recognition. Personally though, we found the fingerprint sensor faster to use, so we ended up sticking with it more. For multimedia, the stereo speakers on the device offer great sound quality. It's crisp, well-balanced, and users can max out the volume with no audio distortions. What it does not have is a 3.5mm audio port, but users can still connect it to speakers or headphones via its Type-C port or Bluetooth for wireless connectivity. Now for what some, if not most viewers are waiting for, the camera segment. The Xiaomi 14T Pro sports a triple rear camera system co-engineered with Leica. The phone has a 50 megapixel main shooter that incorporates a Samilux optical lens. It uses a custom Light Fusion 900 image sensor which includes dual ISO Fusion Max technology. The second sensor is a 50 megapixel telephoto camera with a 60mm focal length, while the third sensor is a 12 megapixel 15mm ultra-wide camera. The phone is also equipped with a 32 megapixel non-Leica selfie shooter and can shoot up to 8K at 24 or 30 FPS. For those interested, here are some of our sample shots. We found that the main camera performs really well, especially in low light conditions. We credit this to the large Light Fusion 900 sensor size and tuning from Leica. Users can even opt to choose between two photography styles with Leica Authentic Look and Leica Vibrant. Leica Authentic Look produces images with a small boost in contrast, while Leica Vibrant adds more energy and animates your images just a tad bit. Moving on, the Xiaomi 14T Pro runs on Xiaomi HyperOS 1.0 based on Android 14 out of the box. Notably, this is the first time that a T-series device is getting an operating system out of the box. For native Xiaomi users, it's pretty much the same familiar user interface. It's still highly customizable and comes with a lot of custom settings already baked into the operating system. So, what's new? Well, it has Google Gemini integrated now. This can easily be accessed with a long press of the home button. So Gemini improves Google Assistant to do more with the power of generative AI on top of what it can already do. Plus, there's more coming. Xiaomi promises that several AI features will come soon via the OTA updates post-launch. The Xiaomi 14T series will feature Circle to Search, AI Interpreter, AI Notes, AI Recorder, AI Subtitles, AI Film, AI Image Editing, and AI Portrait. Okay, that was a mouthful. Wrapping up, the usual system and native apps are still here. Users will find Mi Mover, Xiaomi Community, QR Scanner, Notes, and Mi Remote to complement the IR Blaster feature. I wouldn't really say that it has a noticeable amount of bloatware because third-party pre-installed apps include Netflix, Facebook, TikTok, Amazon Shopping, WPS Office, LinkedIn, and Spotify. But I think we can agree that at least half of these are useful, no? Powering the Xiaomi 14T Pro is the latest Dimensity 9300 Plus chipset, which includes an ARM Mali G720 Immortalis MC12 GPU. Our review unit comes with 12GB of RAM and 1TB of UFS 4.0 storage as well. Side note, the system also allows the users to free up an additional 32GB of storage with UFS storage extension technology and optimization algorithms. All in all, the flagship chipset, fast RAM, and UFS 4 storage work together to offer users high benchmark scores across the board. From experience, it excelled graphic-intensive games and multitasking with different apps running. General consensus, it's a high-performing device without much heat buildup. Credit goes to Xiaomi for their 3D ice loop system that dissipates heat to keep the device running smoothly. The Xiaomi 14T Pro packs a 5000 mAh battery. We found that it can last more than an entire day with casual use. This involves the usual activities like web browsing, YouTube binges, social media use, and maybe a few games over Wi-Fi. The phone managed to pump out 14 hours and 29 minutes of activity via PCMark's battery test. In our video loop test, it was able to provide 23 hours of media playback. For those curious about gaming, my colleague managed to play Mobile Legends for 7 hours and 43 minutes straight with the device. All I can say is, it was nice to see that this iteration of the Xiaomi flagship offered better scores compared to its predecessor. Speaking of its predecessor, the Xiaomi 14T Pro has the same Surge P2 charging chip. In tandem with its 120 watts of hypercharge support, the phone can be charged from 0 to full in under 20 minutes. Thus, for the first time, the Xiaomi 14T Pro now supports wireless charging up to 50 watts. But what's really surprising is that Xiaomi doesn't include the 120-watt charging brick in the box. We can only infer this as a cost-cutting move, I guess. For connectivity, the phone supports dual 5G, Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 5.4, NFC, GPS, and again, it's IR Blaster. I also have to mention that it supports dual SIM configurations with either Nano SIM plus Nano SIM or Nano SIM plus eSIM. So keep this in mind. In terms of call quality, it's pretty standard. I can't think of a single phone that can't take a call nowadays, so it's pretty straightforward, yeah. So that wraps up our review. Going back, we mentioned at the start of the video that the T-Series line promises to be more affordable. To address the elephant in the room, it has a starting price of 39,999 pesos for its base variant. Users may also opt for its variant with 1TB priced at 41,999. Okay, with that out of the way, is it a stretch to say that it might steal the limelight this season? because we tried to look for faults with the device, but we didn't come up with much. I mean, from a hardware standpoint, it has everything you would want in a flagship phone. The gap between this and the flagship number series kind of feels negligible at this point. And anyway, we can vouch that consumers will surely get the most from this in terms of getting a device with a similar design, comparable performance, great cameras, and better battery life. Wrapping up, we hope that Xiaomi keeps the ball rolling as the flagship T series just keeps improving every year. But hey, what do you guys think of the Xiaomi 14T Pro? Let us know what you think in the comment section below. Also, if you found this helpful, do us a favor and hit that like button, ring that notification bell to get updates on more of our videos. Also, don't forget to follow us on our socials at Facebook, Instagram, X, and TikTok, and visit us at our website at yugatech.com for the latest tech news and reviews. Alright guys, this has been Dwayne, and I am signing off. Bye! See you later!